Hey everybody, Bor here with another Diablo 4 short tips video. In this one I'm gonna talk about lucky hit and how misleading this stat can actually be. So you probably were checking your skills and you hover over some of them, noticing that the value on those is crazy high. So for instance, for Sorcerer, the Ice Blade seems like very high lucky hit chance. So you might think maybe there's a way to build around this. But here is the really sad true about this, and the only way to know this is if you actually ever stumbled upon this amazing site, Lotric Diablo 4 build calculator. And when you're actually on that site, you can instantly see that some of those lucky hit chances are not calculated per hit, but they are calculated per duration of the skill. So what does it actually mean? When you use the skill, it has certain duration, so in case of ice blades it's 6 seconds, and in that period of time those blades will have set amount of attacks that were envisioned by developers. So your actual lucky hit chance is much lower than the number that is stated here on the screen. To actually show you guys that I'm not trying to fool you, I actually spec this character, and as you can see on lucky hit we should have 30% chance, which is not maybe the highest one, to proc Frost Nova. So if you would actually do the math about this one, and assuming we're gonna use the actual number here, which will be the per hit, which is not, we will have 30% chance on that 74% chance to trigger something. When you actually do the math, it would be 22%, which all things considered with our simple test here, we should be hitting every 5th attack of our Ice Blades. Let's go and try to hit some monsters with our Ice Blades. So we get 8 hits without anything happening. And as you can see, again, we got full pack and 0 procs. So as you can see, those are 3 casts already, and RNG is either very heavily in our favor, or RNG chance to actually proc the Frost Nova is very small. So I could continue this testing, and at one point we probably will have a very lucky streak where it actually proc a lot of time. But either way, with how the math is right now, our chance to actually proccing that enchant is probably more to 5%, which is not very high. Another great example how misleading lucky hit chance could be are actually those skills that on a first glance you may think that the hit chance is very low, but then when you actually start playing the build, you realize how powerful that combination actually is. So in this example, I'm gonna talk about ice shards. And as you can see, the lucky hit chance right now is 17%. Probably if you're gonna play this build, you can go to 25 lucky hit chance or something in those brackets. Either way, you may think this is not too high, but here is where it's actually very misleading. First, you're actually gonna shoot 5 of those shards, which means every single one of them will have this lucky hit chance proc. And this is not where the end of the story is about this skill. When you start using this and freezing your enemies, you can actually see that ice shards will have chance to ricochet of frozen enemies. You can either go with the barrier, actually, if that will be easier for you, but for bossing probably you're gonna go with vulnerable. Either way, you will have extra flying shards with extra chances for lucky hit. And all of this adds up, but this is not over. You can actually go even the enchant, which when enemy get frozen, and you will freeze everybody on the screen with your Frost Nova, means that it will conjure those shards hitting enemies. Those will be single shards, but each of those shards actually counts towards the lucky hit chance proc, and will increase significantly your odds of proccing some of those lucky hit chance skills or passive. So as you can see, in case of Sorcerer, one of the ways of maintaining your mana is actually benefiting from Frigid Breeze. when you actually hit a vulnerable enemy, you can get back 15 of mana. But if you proc this passive over and over and again, you basically will never drop below your maximum mana. And this is not where it ends. Another amazing passive for Frost Mage is actually Avalanche. As you can see, it's lucky hit, only 10%, but trust me, I played this build to level 96 before I rip in hardcore. And you will be proccing this bad boy with all those shards flying around like crazy. So while overall a lucky hit chance may seem like very underwhelming skill, always make sure to check if skill has duration. If it has duration, usually probably that means that lucky hit chance is not as high as you may think. And on top of that, if you have a lot of projectiles and ways of triggering the lucky hit chance, that means that your chance of proccing even odds that are very terrible will be quite high. You will be really surprised how often you can trigger some of those effects. Alright, this is all I have for you guys in this video. I hope it was a bit helpful and show you bigger picture of how impactful or unimpactful lucky hit can be. Thanks for watching and I catch you on the next one.